Alright guys, welcome to another video. This is going to be our last BiS list for Feral DPS and Classic TBC. Been a long time coming. All the memes aside, I think this BiS list will probably be my least controversial. So I don't think too many things on this BiS list will really compete with what other people are putting out there, despite like how it's gone in the past for us in our channel and for the Rugs BiS and the ARP set. I don't think this one is too out there. So without further delay, let's get into it. And of course, let's start off with the Wolf's Head Helm, because I actually think this might be controversial because there's a lot of sims, or at least people, talking about the idea of not running the Wolf's Head Helm and instead running with CVOS or Duplicitous Guide guys. But I just don't think that it's ever going to be worth the DPS. Do not have Wolf's Head Helm. The way that your rotation feels and the amount of combo points that you can get out, your energy rates are just like dog shit without it. And so the gameplay just feels awful. I'm sure that there's a chance that it could work. I'm sure. And if you want to do it, like, it's probably not the worst DPS loss in the world. Truthfully. I'm never going to take off Wolf's Head Helm personally. I'm going to keep it all the way until pre-patch. That's what I'm doing. If you want to mirror what I'm doing, I'm keeping Wolf's Head Helm. But just know in the back of your mind that there are people who are making a good case for Duplicitous guys. And if that's what you want to do, then, you know, go for it. But I'm not going to advocate for that on my channel. Next up is Hardcorium Choker. So in Phase 5, I'm actually making a stance here saying that JC is going to be your BiS profession now, because that's the only way that we can get this neck. If you are comfortable with switching to JC, this is going to be super worth it. Additionally, JC is going to be BiS for you in Wrath, so you're already taking a step in the right direction by going jewel crafting now. So if you want to do that, go for it. If you don't want to do it, no problem. I would recommend Clutch of Demise as the next best option. We don't go for Choker of Endless Nightmares because we don't need the hit here. Now for shoulders, we're still using T6 shoulders. And I say still because really you could have been using the high draw shoulders if you want. But I'm a big fan of the T6 shoulders for the entire expansion. I put my Nax enchant on them. To me, I was all in on these because truthfully, it's the best option when it comes to making sure that you're securing your 4-piece T6 bonus. And so yes, as you can see, we have the tier wrist, tier belt, and tier boots. So we are getting that 4-piece T6 bonus, but then upgrading every other large slot that we can. Of course, our Wolf's Head Helm, vest, legs, and gloves. Next up is Cloak of Unforgivable Sin. This cloak is actually insane, and it's definitely going to be one of the best cloaks in the game. I wouldn't say that it's you're gonna be your biggest CPS gain of all the items here on this list, but it's going to be phenomenal if you can get your hands on this cloak. Obviously, Bladed Chaos Tunic. This is going to be super contested. You know, just try to get your hands on it if you can. It's going to be crazy contested. The thing about these pieces here at this point is the chest, gloves, and legs is you're kind of like your gear set is going to be really strange at this point, because if you're running 4-piece T6 and you want to maintain your 4-piece T6 set bonus, which I would recommend that you probably should if you don't have Madness, is you're going to be swapping pieces in and out, and it's going to feel really weird at first because you don't want to break it at any point. So if you're equipping the chest, you should hopefully have another tier piece to replace it, either belt, boots, or wrist. So throughout the phase of Sunwell, it might feel a little awkward for your cat until you're kind of fully there. Next up, of course, the tier wrists. Going to be a great choice here. Not the biggest DPS gain for you in the world, but we do need the that bonus, so big. And it's, of course, the best option in the game. Anyway, just not the biggest gain. Of course, we're going for Stanchion of Primal Instinct here. Best staff in the game. 35 agility on it. And Gloves of Immortal Dusk. Thankfully, these are BOE, so if you're a whale and you want to just buy them, I'm sure that you'll be able to buy them eventually. Although I do think it'll probably take you maybe just a couple weeks before these are actually available on the market, as the mats for them are going to be crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm sure people are just going to be funneling them back into their own guilds, so who knows what this will actually go for. But these gloves are absolutely insane, crazy good, and definitely want to equip them as soon as you can without sacrificing anything too large in your kit, like you know, losing a set bonus or losing a fat amount of hit or whatever your situation is. Just make sure that you cover your ass before you equip these, but they're going to be one of the best gains that you can get in the phase. Now belt, it's actually, so we go tier 6 belt here, of course, but the gain from belt of 100 deaths is really small. So this is one of your lowest priority tier pieces. If you want to communicate that with your council, as much as you need the belt for your set bonus, you can be last in line for it, because if you have belt of 100 deaths, this upgrade is really minor. Next, of course, is the Leggings of Immortal Knight. These are just absolutely juicy. I mean, these are insane legs. Everyone's going to want these. Try to get your prio as high as you can on these legs, but don't be surprised if you're last in line. They're really contested. Next, of course, is the tier boots. Tier boots are going to be a nice upgrade. Definitely a lot better than it looks here on paper. These are crazy good. That 20 expertise is awesome. Awesome to have. And then, of course, we're going with Signet of Primal Wrath, the ZA ring that we still have access to right now. And then our other ring is Angelista's Revenge. So this is actually just from badges. So you want to save up 60 badges for when the phase comes out so that you can automatically cash those in and get the ring. Now I have here listed 4 stats as the enchants on these rings. If you want to keep enchanting, you can. I'm thinking about dropping enchanting because for Wrath, you want to have jewel crafting and engineering. So to me, I'm likely not going to have these enchanted because of the way that Classic TBC has it scripted. I don't believe that you actually get to keep the enchant on your rings if you drop enchanting like it would on TBC private servers. That's not the case here anymore, at least as far as I'm aware. So I'm likely dropping enchanting and picking up JC for the neck piece, but you know, if you wish to keep enchanting, go for it. That's the enchant you want to go with. And then next we have Shard of Contempt, the expertise trinket from MGT Heroic. Everyone's going to want this, but you should be able to get it in no time. And of course, Madness is still going to be our BiS trinket. Of course, Everbloom Idols still being our best in slot trinket as well. And of course, if you need to, if your guild is one of those guilds that you need to bring the crit idol for, you can. So just swap that in and out right there. And this set gives us exactly 6.09% hit rating or hit chance. So this is perfect. This is going to get us the perfect hit cap with a Boomy or Dream State Druid in your raid. So do keep that in mind. If you don't have that, you're going to need a little more hit. There's a couple ways that you could grab hit pretty easily in this setup. Here's some options that come to mind is maybe not this neck, but instead Choker of Endless Nightmares. That gets you to 7.42. And then you can just eat hit food. Another option is swapping out one of these rings, Signet of Primal Wrath for Storm Rage Signet. You can go with that if you need the hit. This right here is going to give you 9.3. So just some options there, although that's not what I'm saying is BiS. I am going back to this as our BiS setup. That's it for the video. I hope I don't talk too much in this one. I kind of tend to ramble, and I'm sorry for that. But thank you for watching. Thank you guys so much for the support, truthfully. This might be our last chapter in the Feral Druid DPS meme story of Rugs BiS in Classic TBC. So what a ride it's been, guys. Thank you all for the support. Big shout out to Bite Club out there. You guys have been awesome. Love you guys at Bite Club. Toot for president, seriously. Yeah, thanks. It's been a ride. I've really enjoyed my time on Classic TBC, and I hope to finish strong and obtain this full perfect BiS by the end of it. So cheers, guys. I'll see you in Wrath. Peace.